Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great. And today I want to talk about something that every student or working professional moving to Bangalore needs to consider, that is, choosing the right place to stay. Finding the perfect apartment, flat, or PG can be overwhelming, especially in a city like Bangalore. So, from navigating rent negotiations to balancing location, safety, and amenities, there's so much more to think about. So, I've had my fair share of experiences moving between apartments and PGs during my time here, and I've learned a lot along the way. So, now that I have moved out, I feel it's a perfect time to reflect on these experiences and share tips to help you make informed decisions. So, whether you're a student, working professional, or someone planning to relocate, I hope these insights make your transition smoother and stress free. So, the first step is choosing the right location because one of the biggest lessons I've learned is how important location is when choosing a right place to stay. So, when I first moved out of my college hostel, I stayed in an apartment which was about 600 meters away from my college. It was convenient, but the walk still added time to my daily routine. And later, I moved to Dhruva Coral, which was just 100 meters or less than that. And it did make a lot of difference because being so close to college meant I saved time, and also if I'm supposedly late to wake up, I also save my attendance. So always prioritize locations near your college, workplace, or public transport hubs because Bangalore's traffic is infamous, and cutting down on travel time can save you a lot of hassle and stress. And also, if safety is a concern, living close to your destination can also be reassuring, especially for women. So, the second thing is the rent and negotiation skills. Another major learning experience was dealing with rent and negotiations. So, in Bangalore, negotiating rent is practically a norm. For my first apartment, the rent was 10,000 among three people. And when we moved to Dhruva the rent increased to 27,000 for four people. So, while it was more expensive, the proximity to college and the added safety because it was a gated community made it worth it. And we also had like swimming pool and gym and all of that, so I think it was kind of okay. So you can use apps like No Broker or Magic Bricks to research rental prices in the area, but I would suggest that you visit apartments physically to get a feel for the space. Knowing the market rate gives you better use while negotiating. And also don't hesitate to negotiate with landlords because it is expected here. So the next step would be plan for the hidden costs when moving in. So budgeting is crucial when living in Bangalore, especially as a student, because the hidden costs like utilities and furnishings can add up very quickly. So for our apartments, we bought essentials like the fridge, washing machine, bed, table, induction stove, and mixer. But yeah, we did split among the roommates, and some of them were second handed as well. So, in our first apartment, we had to buy bottled water, but in Dhruva Coral, our owner had installed a water filter. So, this saved us a lot of money actually. And similarly, the electricity and maintenance fees were also manageable. So, check if the apartment includes amenities like water filters, which can save you recurring expenses, and share the costs of big items with your roommates, and also avoid overbuying unnecessary things uh, at any cost because you will have to sell them at the end and it will be very difficult for you. So, yeah. Another thing that I prioritized was safety and security. So, this was a key factor that I considered when choosing an apartment. So, in our first place, there were cameras and gates, but no guards. And at Dhruva Coral, it was a gated community with CCTV guards and better security overall. So, this made a huge difference in how safe we felt. So, look for apartments with gated access, security guards, and CCTV because if you're living alone or with other women, then I think this would be a point to look to. But if suppose that's not the case, as in you're not staying alone and you're like, as a family, then you don't have to look for these specific conditions. So, yeah. So, the next point is having a healthy and minimal living. So, living in Bangalore taught me to embrace a healthy and minimalist lifestyle. So, since we had a fully functional kitchen, my roommate and I cooked most of our meals at home. So, this not only saved money but also allowed us to maintain a balanced diet. We kept our purchases minimal, focusing only on essentials. So, the tip would be plan your meals in advance and cook at home whenever possible or meal prep them. Last but not the least, one of the toughest lessons was managing roommate dynamics. In our last semester, two of my roommates left on just 7 days' notice and leaving us scrambling to sell furniture and find a new place. So it was a stressful experience, but taught me the importance of choosing roommates wisely. So, yes, pick roommates you know and trust. Set clear expectations about finances, responsibilities, and what happens if someone needs to leave early. And also divide the responsibilities like cleaning and cooking to avoid misunderstandings. For example, my roommate and I alternated weekly tasks like cleaning the bathroom and mopping the floors. So, yeah, do communicate it as early as possible because communication is key. So, for this final semester, I moved into a PG. This decision was completely due to the roommate situation that I mentioned earlier. So, while PGs lack the independence of an apartment, they are easier to manage and often include meals. So, it's a good option for short term stays or if you want to avoid the responsibilities and duties of managing the utilities and furnishing an apartment. So, yeah, ensure they meet your basic requirements though, like safety, cleanliness, and privacy. So, that's it. So, the final tips would be first, research locations and rental options very thoroughly. Second, budget for hidden costs like utilities and furnishings. Third, prioritize safety and proximity to your college or workplace. Fourth, choose trustworthy roommates and set clear expectations. Fifth, embrace the change and treat every experience as a learning opportunity. So, if you're a student or a working professional in Bangalore, I hope this helps you. And if you have any more tips to share, please do share them in the comment box below. And thank you.